It went from $2,000 to $30,000 in months. Why? Because the car industry needed it for emission standards, and they couldn't get it. Silver is the new rhodium, but on a much larger scale. Friday was the warning shot. It was the last shakeout. The last attempt by the paper shorts to cover their positions before the deluge. Monday is the confirmation. The gap is filling, the buyers are returning, and the narrative is shifting from inflation hedge to industrial necessity. You are not buying a rock. You are buying the bottleneck of the energy transition. You are buying the only element that makes the green revolution possible. And there isn't enough of it. But knowing that there is a shortage is not enough. You need to know exactly how deep the hole is. You need to know if we can recycle our way out of this trap. And most importantly, you need to know if the thrifting argument holds any water. Because if the engineers can design the silver out, then the thesis fails. But if they can't, then we are looking at the math of extinction. And that is exactly what we are going to calculate next. There is a number that the mining CEOs are whispering about. A number that the bullion banks are terrified you will discover. It is not $63. It is not $100. It is zero. Not zero price. 0 days. 0 day is the calculated date when the available above-ground inventory of silver matches the immediate industrial demand. It is the moment the buffer hits the floor. And thanks to the Samsung revelation on Friday, that date just moved forward by 5 years. Welcome to part 2 of the silver bomb. In part 1, we established the chemistry. We proved that the solid-state battery requires a silver-carbon anode. We proved that this technology is not a science experiment. It is a manufacturing reality. But knowing the chemistry is not enough. You have to run the math. And when you run the math on what Samsung, Toyota, and Volkswagen are about to do, you realize that we are not looking at a bull market. We are looking at a mathematical impossibility. Let's calculate the math of extinction. We start with the base case, the world as it exists today. Before the Samsung bomb fully explodes, total global mine supply is 830 million ounces per year. Recycling supply is roughly 180 million ounces. Total supply is just over 1 billion ounces. Now look at demand. Industrial demand, solar, electronics, 600 million ounces, jewelry and silverware, 200 million ounces, investment coins and bars, 200